Come here, me little Jackie, now I've smoked me backy, have a bit of cracky till the boat comes in. Dance to the daddy, sing to the mommy, dance to the daddy, to the mommy, sing. Thou shalt have a fishy on a little dishy, thou shalt have a fishy when the boat comes in.
Come in, Mary.
You're not trying to lift that on your own, are you? Here, let me help
No,
you.
you just keep your hands off. You're scarcely fit to be up and about. Never mind tackling heavy jobs.
All right.
I'll be the judge of that. Where's the bear?
Oh, left him in his pram in the backyard, seen it so fine. He's fast asleep.
There's no telling how long that'll last. That back door's not stopped all morning.
Delivering our list?
Aye.
Well, what is it?
Well, I've got half a hogshead of Granny Smith's in there, straight from the quayside, mind. And then there's some of that... There, what'd I tell you, not 5 minutes peace all morning. See what it is, will you, pet?
Madame.
Hello. It's the French onion man.
Ask him to come in, will you, pet?
Who are you?
Hello, Pierre. Nice to see you. You got time for a cup of tea?
Not today, Mrs. Seaton, merci. I've had 6 scarves already this morning.
Well, you've got time to give us a hand with this, eh?
Oh, but of course.
Oh, here, I'll hold those for you for a minute.
Merci. Baba, just you tell me where you want it.
Right.
You opening a shop, Mrs. Seaton?
Oh, something like that.
And your husband, how is he now?
Well, he's not going to like this.
He doesn't know about the shop?
No, he's still in hospital, but he's due out today.
Well, when will that be? I don't want to be around when he gets home.
He's going to be very angry?
Could be. They wouldn't give us a definite time. I took his clothes in this morning, told us not to wait. They said it might be well in the afternoon before they could get an ambulance.
Oh, well, I'll keep my ears open for it coming.
Now, listen, Pierre. What this place needs is shelves and things, right?
Oui, madame, en effet, oui.
And I know someone that'll do it. Do you deliver down Borough Roadway?
Yes, I'll be around there in about half an hour.
Got me customers in Denmark Street.
Tea, you wouldn't dare.
Wish, lass, when I want your opinion, I'll ask for it. Well,
Yes, I have 4 or 5 customers in Denmark Street.
any of them got a lodger?
Lodger?
You know, somebody living in the house, paying rent.
Oh, yes. Mrs. Kerrigan, she has a gentleman, a Mr. Forge.
Not Forge. Ford.
Ford, yes, Mr. Ford. He drinks in the Bluebell sometimes.
Aye, that's his local. Would you give him a message?
With pleasure, Mrs. Seaton, but will he be at home?
Oh, yes, he'll be in just now, because he's on the dole, I know for a fact. He might even be in the Bluebell if he's got any money. Would you ask him to pop round here?
At your service.
And another thing. If I buy a dozen strings of onions, will I be pension custom off you?
But of course not. All my customers wait for me. For 20, 30 years they wait. You can't take my customers away.
Right. I'll have a dozen strings.
D'accord.
And since I'm buying in bulk, I'll maybe get a discount, eh?
Oh, you learn the shopkeeper very quickly, madame.
Oh, Ronnie Fairbairn, you're taking your time today.
Yes, miss.
That looks fine to me now. Off you go.
Yes, miss. Please, miss.
Yes?
I'll not be in the morning.
Oh, and why not?
Got to start, miss.
Have you, Ronnie? There now, didn't I say it was worth staying on an extra few weeks? That really is good news. Is it Mawson's that's taking you on?
No, miss.
Greenwell's then?
No, miss.
One of the smaller drawing offices? It is a drawing office where you've got to start. Ronnie, look at me. Where is it you've got to start?
The pit, miss.
At the pit? You didn't want to go down the pit. You said so. You said you'd hang on. Your man doesn't want you to go down the pit. She's already lost... So, what's changed so suddenly?
Do you know, miss? It's got something to do with the Guardians, miss.
What's the Board of Guardians got to do with it?
Do you know, miss? Doesn't make much sense to me. Just know it's the Guardians. Please, miss.
Yes?
Your brother, he works in the pit.
What's that got to do with it?
Please, miss. Will you ask me to take us down? Just for the first day, like.
Ronnie, you're not going down that pit. Not if I can help it, anyway. I'm coming to see your mother.
Don't do that, miss.
And why not?
She'll get mad, miss.
I'll have to risk that. You needn't tell her I'm coming if you don't want to. Go on, off you go.
Please, miss. You will ask him, but...
Beg your pardon?
Your brother, miss.
If it comes to that.
Tell, miss.
Is it the same kind of thing at the register, Robertson?
Well, as far as I know, just shorter and no fuss and bother.
But I mean for the best man.
Well, how should I know?
Well, I thought you might. I mean, I don't want to end up looking like a fool because I don't know what to do.
Gods, I'm the one who's supposed to be nervous, not the best man. Not that I haven't cause to be nervous.
Oh, what's up with you?
Oh, never mind.
Listen, sis. You've got to get yon school teacher off your mind, or you'll not give yourself a moment's peace.
Oh, give over. That's not it. I've not seen him for 2 days. Where is he?
Well, he'll be busy, won't he?
We could be busy together. That place he's found once wallpapering. We could be doing that. Have you seen him?
Saw him in the pub on Wednesday. He was swapping a bicycle for a mattress.
Oh, did he get it? The mattress?
Looked like it.
Well, that's something. Mind, he could be sharing it by now.
Oh, there you go again.
Sorry. But if you'd only let on what he's up to, Matt.
I'd like to meet the fella. You can work out what Jack Ford's up to.
What?
Well, he's crafty, isn't he?
Oh, you're telling me. Look at the way he got me mum and dad out the road.
Aye, masterstroke that. But how did he manage it? How did he get the Buffaloes to organise a mystery over this Saturday?
And how did he know the registry office could take us on the same day?
Well, if I know him, he'll have checked up on that beforehand. Mind to be held to pay when they get back.
Oh, they don't want to know about the wedding. Me in my state.
That's not saying they won't play war when they get back and find it all out.
They want it both ways. Like somebody else I know.
Who's in the house apart from Mrs. Seaton?
The young lady looking very sick.
Oh, aye, Mary. Nobody else?
No, monsieur.
You didn't see a wheelchair anywhere?
A wheelchair?
You know, a chair with wheels.
No, monsieur. Mr. Seaton is still at the hospital. But he comes home early, I think.
What sort of shelves is she wanting?
I don't know, monsieur. All I know, she wants shelves.
What kind of shop is it?
Monsieur, perhaps you go and find out yourself, huh?
I might just do that. A funny business.
You know as well as I do that it's unprofessional conduct to go visiting parents.
Yes.
I understand your concern. But the boy's long past 14, and no one can force him to stay on at school. Mrs. Fairbairn has every right.
I know. But you've seen what Ronnie can do with his hands. Give him a pencil or a paintbrush, give him a lump of clay. You've seen that model tiger on the windowsill.
Yes, I've admired it many times.
We can't let those hands go down a pit.
Miss Seaton, I'm sorry, but you're not facing up to the situation. We live in an area where the basic industries are coal mining and shipbuilding. Whether we like it or not, most of our boys are going to work in those industries. It has always been a source of melancholy to me to watch boys with a wide variety of talents having to go into the same work as their fathers and grandfathers before them.
Well, we just
sit back and watch it all happen? Well, I don't think we can stop it.
So the pits are full of poets and surgeons, philosophers and farmers, and all we can do is lament the fact.
Come now. You're overstating your case.
That's as maybe, but I'll tell you one thing. I'm not going to sit back and watch Ronnie Fairbairn
Miss Seaton, it's my duty... Miss Seaton, I've watched Ronnie Fairbairn, too. He painted this picture here, didn't he?
Yes. He did it when he was 7.
2 days after they brought his father home from the pit.
I don't care, Mr. Ashton. I'm going to see her.
Miss Seaton, I'm coming with you.
Another strip of navy blue off them trousers, Mary, and I reckon that'll finish it.
Where's it going down then? One of the bedrooms?
Is it blazes? It's going in the shop.
Hey, you don't want one in there, surely. Get filthy in no time with all
Not on the floor, Pet. On the shelf when it's made. It's for sale.
Never. Who's going to buy a clippy mat?
You'd be surprised. Some folks is too lazy to make their own. They'd done sight cheaper than a proper mat. How much you reckon I'll get for it?
I wouldn't give you twopence.
Bet you can get 4 bob for it.
Had away.
Ah, you just wait, Bonnie lass.
Well, I'd think shame.
You wait and see.
I will. What can I do now?
I think you've done enough. You look worn out.
Oh, I'll survive.
Sounds like it. Oh, you just listen to me, Mary, honey. I'm not letting you with the heavy jobs.
There must be
I'll
something.
tell you what. I've got another hogshead coming from Stoke-on-Trent. Full of cups and saucers and plates, seconds. Now, when it comes, I'll need washing and sorting.
Will it come today?
Supposed to.
Bye. You haven't half got things organised, haven't you?
Aye, well, I've been thinking about it long enough.
It's all coming out the compensation money.
Aye.
Mind, he's going to be pleased.
It's not all his money.
You tell him that.
Anyway, I'm spending it all on him. Hey, listen. There is something you can do. You know.
Hey, you bought yourself a winding sheet for when he comes home.
You cheeky. Aye, well, thank heavens we've still got something to smile about.
What you going to do with this, then?
It's handkerchief linen, straight from the factory. Needs cutting and hemming.
Bah, you don't do things by halves, do you? Oh, well, then. Let's clear some space on the table and get that machine out.
Oh, no, you do not the sort. Just sit down. Know something? When I was a bairn, my mother made hankies. 6pence 100. And she'd no machine.
Mind, there were hard times.
Oh, aye. We're a lot better off now.
Hello, Ronnie. Is your mum in?
Yes, miss.
Mr. Ashton's come too.
Who is it, Ronnie?
It's my teacher, ma'am, and the headmaster.
What does they want?
I don't know, ma'am.
Let them in. Yes.
Well, it's about Ronnie, Mrs. Fairbairn. I'm sorry to trouble you, but he says he's going down the pit in the morning.
What's that to you?
Well, I'm his teacher, and I care
We're
what
concerned
happens
about
to-
every boy's welfare, Mrs. Fairbairn, not just Ronnie's.
Ronnie, go and fill a coal bucket, will you, pet? Yeah, and don't hurry back. And so,
We thought if he could stay on for a little while longer.
He's a very clever boy, Mrs. Fairbairn. Very talented indeed.
I know that.
And I wrote to Mawson's about him. They said they'd be taking on apprentices in the near future.
Aye.
And Greenwell's too. They said they didn't think it would be long.
Ronnie said.
You know we only want what's best for him.
And I don't.
Of course not. We weren't saying that. It's just... Well, do you really want him to go down the pit? Sorry. Of course you don't.
I told them all about that at the Board of Guardians.
What did you tell them?
About Mawson's, the drawing office and all.
And what did they say?
They said they weren't given handouts for children to stop at school when they could be working.
They didn't.
Aye, public money, they said.
Poor relief. I don't know how they dare call it relief.
So they stopped some of your money.
Aye, 5 shilling.
They weren't stringing up.
When was this?
2 months since.
You've been struggling on for 2 months.
Here, and before you start thinking of putting your hand in your pocket, I'll have none of it. I'm sick to the soul with charity.
Is the union doing nothing
The union's
for you?
doing very well by us. But you can't expect pitmen to dole out to stop somebody from going down their own pit. Never da, maybe, but I'm not going to crawl.
Mrs. Fairbairn, I know you've got 2 younger than Ronnie, but wasn't there an older boy?
I went off to America. Last we heard, he was living on handouts out there.
Isn't there anything we can do, Mrs. Fairbairn?
Don't fret yourself, Miss Seaton. We'll survive. And I'll have Ronnie out of that pit just as soon as I can.
Well, let's hope that's very soon. We'll say cheerio then.
Please, miss.
Yes, Ronnie.
Your brother, will you ask him?
All right. When do you start?
4 shift.
4 o'clock in the morning on your first day?
Yes, miss.
Well, you'd better knock on his door about 3:30 then.
Thomas.
You don't look too bothered about getting up at that godforsaken hour.
No, sir.
It's a shade earlier than school.
Yes, sir. But it's different. It's working. Proper work.
Not very pleasant work, Ronnie.
I'm not bothered. All my friends are there.
Aye, that's true enough.
And I'll be grown up. Like them. I won't sleep in, honest. Because I'm looking forward to it.
Ma'am, somebody at the window. The window.
Oh, it's Jack, that champion. No, you daft beggar. What's wrong with knocking at the door?
Felt a bit awkward.
Have we? Nobody's going to bite you.
Nobody can't be too sure in this house.
Just me and Mary in. Bill's due out of hospital today, but he's not here yet.
Hello, Mary. How are you getting on?
Jack, doesn't grumble.
Well, what's all this about you opening up a shop, then?
You come with me, I'll show you. I want some shelves putting up here.
My Mary's looking bad.
I think she's on her last legs.
That's what I thought. Shouldn't she be a bed?
She's like talking to a brick wall. She just wants to keep busy.
Aye. So, what about these shelves?
Aye, well, I bought the timber. It's over there.
What's he say to that?
But he'll have something to say.
You mean he doesn't know yet?
No.
He'll have something to say if he finds me here and all.
Ah, well, we'll deal with that when it comes. Will you do it?
All right. It'll be a high-class jeweller's you're opening.
Very funny. There's just one condition.
Aye.
You take the proper rate for the job.
That away, woman. There's no need for that. I'll do it just for one of your smiles.
You never change, do you? You're on the door, aren't you?
Aye. You keep up to date.
Aye. I'm getting married soon, right?
Sooner than you think.
Oh, aye. When's it to be?
Tomorrow morning.
Tomorrow morning. Right. No arguing. Take the rate for the job. Payment in advance.
A fiver? What are you talking about, woman? £5? That's 2 weeks' wages. I'll take no fiver. That's his compensation money, isn't it?
And who was it forced it up to 300 for us?
I don't care. I'm
now
not...
listen, Jack. You're skint, aren't you?
Could be.
And getting wet on the door.
I won't be the first.
And if I give you 10 of these, it'd not be as much as you chipped up when we were skint.
That's got damn all to do with it. You mean nothing.
You'd like to put up the shelves, wouldn't you?
It'll be a pleasure.
Oh, but you deny me a pleasure.
What pleasure?
Very simple pleasure.
Come on, then. What pleasure?
I've given you a wedding present.
Bah, you're a right little schemer, aren't you?
Sometimes known to get me own way.
All right, Henny, you win. What about tools?
Well, there's all Bill's tools here. Saw, screwdriver, drill, everything you need.
You checked that and all, didn't you?
I did. Wasn't expecting him back from hospital for another week. I've got no time to waste. Mind, I wasn't out femmer.
I beg your pardon, femmer. There'll be no femmer about this job, missus. It'll be as solid as the Mauritania.
Aye, well, I'll be in to check.
I can't see there's anything more we can do.
Couldn't we approach the Board of Guardians?
What difference do you think it would
You're a
make?
headmaster. They tend to listen to people like you.
But they can use exactly the same arguments to me as they did to Mrs. Fairbairn. They see themselves safeguarding the expenditure of public money.
And to blazes with the people.
I know that's what you think. But in their own eyes, their arguments are watertight.
That poor woman.
Miss Seaton, I want to make an apology.
Oh, there's no need, Mr. Ashton. I know you've got to consider your position as head, and I was delighted when you said you'd come with
No,
me.
I wasn't thinking of that, Miss Seaton. Your powers of persuasion. No, I was thinking of the last time we were sitting across the table like this, and I just thought I ought to apologize.
Why did you think it necessary to apologize?
Well, you see, I was standing waiting my turn in the post office a week or so back, and I overheard a conversation. I wasn't eavesdropping, you understand. It was just that I couldn't help hearing, and the conversation seemed to be about you and a young man, and... Well, to cut a long story short, I gained the impression that you were engaged unofficially to be married, and I thought my proposal.
Mr. Ashton, conversations in post offices are not very reliable.
Well, of course, I realise...
And I think you ought to know that particular piece of gossip was totally untrue.
Oh. Then the apology...
It was totally unnecessary.
Oh, I see. Then I'm a little unclear as to where that leaves me.
Perhaps you should find out.
Find out, I'm sorry.
Perhaps you should try asking me the same question again.
Aye, I'll see it again. It's looking grand.
I think so now. It's a craftsman's job you're getting here. Mary slotted?
No, I packed her off home with the bairn.
Ah, that's good. Nice as enough. Dropped back since I last saw her.
I expect you'll notice the difference more. She'll not go to bed, though, I know her. She'll just go till she drops.
Aye. Listen, you're going to need a shop bell, you know.
I know. I've bought one. Are you going to fix it for us?
Ah, in a minute or two.
Registry office number, is it?
I tried for Durham Cathedral, but the bishop told us he was all booked up.
You found somewhere to live?
Oh, a charming little residence in Back Simcoe Street. Very desirable property. You're going to sell bug powder in the shop?
Bug powder?
This is jumping with fleas. There's some powder stuff you can get to get shot of them, isn't there?
Ah, waste of time that. You want to drown them?
Pull the other one.
I'm not kidding.
You mean I let them crawl all over me, then jump into the tub?
Ah, don't be daft. Look, I'll show you. Now, you put a big dish on the floor, and you turn a saucer upside down in the middle of it. You put water in the dish and some olive oil on the top of the water. You put a lighted candle on the saucer and you leave it overnight.
Ah, see, they come out to sing carols round the candle and you clout them with a shovel.
You think I'm joking, but I'm not. It works a treat, honest. You see, they jump for the light. They land in the water. They'll be floating there in the morning, I promise you.
Aye. Well, tell Dolly. You know Dolly?
I have seen her around from time to time. She went away, though, didn't she?
Aye, in the service. Right, well, let's get that bell fixed.
I mind seeing her when she was a bairn. Right scrawny little thing she was, you know.
Aye, well, she's filled out. Mrs. Seaton.
Right?
Do you think... I mean, what do you think?
What's the matter, lad? Having second thoughts. Last-minute miseries. You're not thinking of backing out, are you?
I'll tell you something. That fiver.
Aye?
If you'd forced me to take in two, a thought fitted through my head.
I'm waiting.
It's the price of the passage to Australia.
But I didn't.
No.
And I'm not going to, so there's no retreat that way.
No, it was just a thought. I had another thought once about retreating. In the army when I was still a corporal. We were trying to get control of this hill, God knows why, just because they had it, I suppose. And the captain says we advance, and him and the sergeant led us over the top, and 5 seconds later they were both dead. Suddenly I found myself in charge. So I orders them all back to the trench. I'd have been shot straight off if they'd been an officer. But there was no more of us killed that day.
Wouldn't mind betting lots of lads get thoughts like that day before their wedding. Lasses too.
Aye, but not many of them have had it.
Where are you? Brother!
No, sweetheart. Well, thank you, Ben. Welcome home, Flower.
It's nice to be home.
How are you feeling?
Not as bad as I thought.
How are you managing the chair?
Oh, I'll need a bit of practice yet. It'll come, I suppose.
I know my man, he'll be flying round here like greased lightning in a couple of days.
Aye, but it's nice to be at your own fireside. What's all this?
I'll get you a cup of tea.
What have you been sewing?
Oh, Mary's been giving us a hand to get things ready.
How is she?
Mary.
Bad, is it? Aye, we're not short on problems, are we?
Ah, we'll manage. Always have done.
Oh, it's hankies you've been sewing. Hey, who needs that many hankies?
You keep with your tea. I baked yesterday.
And what's all this stuff? Fella, what the blazes is going on? What the hell? Oh, I see. You've gone ahead with that shop idea, haven't you? Haven't you? Let's have a look through here. Ye gods. Flaming madness. Right, you can just get all this stuff pulled down and set to rights. And send all this stuff back. What? How much money have you spent?
Fair bit.
I'll bet. Well, you can damn well get every penny back. What the devil's gone into you, woman?
Bit of common sense.
Common sense? Flaming madness.
When you've calmed down...
Calm down, it's a wonder I didn't have a heart attack. No, I
When
told you...
you've calmed down...
Will you stop seeing that woman?
I'd like to talk to you. If you can spare a minute.
I'm listening.
Right you are, then. Tear it all down, sell all the stuff, get the money back. How do we get by?
Well, I get a bit off the union every week. And then there's always Jessie's
Isn't
fee.
it time we started reckoning without Jessie's? She'll not be here forever.
She'll always...
Have a hand in her purse. Aye, handouts all the time. And then the guardians.
Needn't come to that.
Oh, it'll come to that all right. I've seen it happen before, and so do you.
Aye, but...
Aye, but nothing. I know what's going to happen. And I know who's going to be doing the donkey work.
No,
Now,
listen...
had you wished, Bill, it's my turn. I know what it's going to come to. Me scrubbing floors. Me taking in washing. Me skivvying here, there and everywhere. Me. I look at Henna Loxley's wife. Look at Widow Fairbairn. What kind of life did they have?
What bellman woman shopkeeping? It's a mug's game. Half of them's going bankrupt, the other half's working all the hours that God sends to make ends meet.
But I can do better than that.
And it turns decent folk into miseries. Counting every penny. The most doughy folk in the world.
Can you imagine me, Dowie? Oh, no way, man. I've had more fun the last few days than I've had for years.
No, Bella, look, I'm not having it.
Look, they say necessity's the mother of invention. And I can tell you I've discovered more about myself and what I can do when I'm put...
I won't have it, Bella, it's suicide!
A lot you know about suicide. I tell you, Bill, it's either the shop or I walk through that door and I don't come back. Oh, can you not see, Bill? We've no choice.
You were right the first time. I've no choice, that's it, isn't it? Right, oh, bonny lass, if that's the way. There's got to be a first time for everything.
Oh, well, lass, get yourself some bacon and eggs on.
Oh, I don't feel like it this early. I'll have some later on.
I will mind you do. That stuff doesn't seem to be going down very quick. You sure you're eating proper meals while I'm in by?
It'd go down easier if I knew how it'd have been paid for.
What was that? Oh, who's that at this time in the morning?
That lad Jessie was talking about.
Oh, I had forgotten all about him.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
I come in, lad. Oh. Well, sit yourself down, have a cup of tea.
So,
You're a bit early yet.
sorry, I didn't sleep too well. And I thought when I saw your light on.
Well, you've not been standing out there in the dark, have you? You daft beggar. Why, what'd they call you, Bonnie lad?
Ronnie Fairbairn.
Ah, well, Ronnie. A bit frightening on your first day.
No, I'm not afraid, Mr. Seaton. Just a bit excited, like.
Ah, well, that'll soon wear off. You know Jessie's class, will you?
Yes, sir.
You'll have to stop that, son. Yes, sir. No, sir.
Yes, sir. I mean, I'll try.
Good teacher, our kid.
Always nice to me.
Oh, teacher's pet, eh?
No. She's nice to everybody. Interested, like, what you're doing in that.
All right, Bonnie lad, don't take on. I know what you mean. Get me coat on. We'll be away. Ta-ra, pet. I might be a bit late coming back dinner time.
What for?
Well, he's the fella I want to see. Won't take long. Make sure you get some proper grub down here.
Aye. Safe home.
How are you, son?
Is that you, Bella?
Aye, I couldn't sleep. Did I wake you?
No, I wasn't asleep. This bed feels funny after the hospital.
Oh, you poor soul, it's bound to. Yeah. Let's fluff up your pillows.
What time is it?
It's getting on for 4 o'clock. Is that better? I haven't slept a wink either. It's the shop. Can I get it out of my mind? Like a hot water bottle?
No, I'm plenty warm enough. Just to kind of get settled somehow.
Do you fancy a cup of tea?
Wouldn't mind. I'll tell you something I'd like better.
Aye.
Feels a bit daft, like.
What do you mean?
It's 20-odd years since he did it last.
What are you on about?
Me feet.
Your feet?
Now, do you mind when we were first married, you couldn't stand me feet?
Take some forgetting I couldn't get to sleep for the stink. I used to wash them for you, didn't I?
Aye. In salty water. It was grand.
So?
Will you do it now?
No.
Well, if it doesn't make you feel daft, like.
Well, no, Pet, it's not that. It's just, well...
I know I wouldn't feel it. There was a fellow in the hospital who used to get an itch in his wooden leg. Something like that. Be nice all the same.
You gotta keep going, you know.
Eh?
Could easily fester just sitting in that chair.
The doctor said that.
Aye, well, they know. I can make a go of it, Bill, you know. I'm sure I can. I'm putting hot water in. Does it make any difference?
Not really.
That'll not seem right without the steam, though.
I suppose you're right.
You know, it'd keep you going if you helped a bit.
Yeah, swing my legs out.
Not all the time, like. Just occasionally. All right. It's just like old times. The accident hasn't made any difference.
Huh?
They still stink.
You're in number 7 East, right?
Aye.
There's a steep gradient about 20 yards from the face, right?
Aye.
There's water in the bottom of it, right?
Aye, about 3 or 4 inches deep.
Right. Well, he can start off scoping the water up in the barrel.
Oh, can you not find him something better than that on his first day?
It's what I did on my first day.
Can you not put him in the lamp cabin or something?
No, I've got a lad in there already, but I'll maybe get him moved in the end of the month.
Oh, well, he should have somebody with him.
There's a deputy on the face, and you're close enough. You can keep an eye on him.
20 yards? That's not close enough.
Either way, he'll come to no harm.
Ah, but he's only a slip.
And none of your lip. You should have been in by 10 minutes since. No, and mind you, do as you're told. Off you go.
Some of that crockery you've got's very nice.
I was pleased with that.
Hard to see their seconds, a lot of them.
That's what I thought. I took a good look at some of them plates. I couldn't see out wrong with them.
You'd have to see them set against the real thing. Sometimes the colour comes out a bit pale or a bit dark. Hard to tell if you know how to compare them with.
Aye, that'll be it. And I'm sure they'll sell. They're cheap and all.
You're right there. I've been thinking I might buy some myself.
Oh, for the staff room, you mean?
I wasn't thinking of the school.
All right.
When does a girl usually start thinking about buying things like crockery?
When she's getting married.
Was that all you're going to say?
Need I say more?
That headmaster fella. That's your second time?
Must have done, mustn't he?
Well, how weird. Tell us all about it.
I'll be late for school. I'll tell you at 4:30. There's your first customer. Best of luck.
Oh,
Hello, Bella. I hope you're going to sell matches.
Oh, damn, why didn't I think of that?
Don't tell me you haven't got any. The fire's gone out and there's not a match in the house.
Oh, isn't it just the way, Sarah? Simple thing like matches. Here, wait a minute. Aye, there's still a few left in there. Here, I'll bet.
Tell Bella you've saved me life. I've got a pan of stew to get on for him. Coming off shift, fire's out. It's all that wet coal we've been getting lately.
Of course it is. Fancy not thinking of a simple thing like that.
Huh?
Matches. Sarah Robinson's run out of matches. My first customer and I haven't got the goods.
Champion. It's all well organised, she says.
Yeah, but she knows I'll have some next time, though, doesn't she? I'll give her a box out of my pocket to be going on with.
You what?
Well, I couldn't say going short. Got a man's dinner to get on.
At this rate, we'll be millionaires in no time.
This is where he means. Give us your lap. Now, there'll be a tin in yon bucket. Fill the bucket with the tin and empty it into that barrel yonder, all right? And watch out for the chummins.
Pun?
The chummins, the empty tubs. They come down that gradient at a canny lick. If you hear a bang on the pipes and there's one coming, just stand one side. All right? There's one coming now. That's what it sounds like. Got the idea?
Oh, aye. Thanks for bringing us in, Mr. Seaton.
You can call us Tom from now on. Right, the face is just down there. Come down at bait time for a bit crack.
Right.
Ta-ra.
John.
If you want to blame somebody, blame me for getting here too sharp.
It's not all that sharp.
It's a good 15 minutes. Well, they're before us. They're early and all.
Aye, but she's got her man here on time.
Will you stop fretting?
He could have been here on time.
He can still be here on time. There's ages yet. I'll go and have a look outside, see if I can see him coming.
It's not going to make him come any quicker.
All right. We'll just sit and wait then.
They're going in now. We are next. Where is he?
Oh, woman, how many times do I have to tell you not to let you down?
Why, it's you as if you wanted.
How much?
I thought maybe it's 4 bob.
4 bob?
Well, you know how much work's gone into it, Sarah.
Aye, I know, but I thought maybe 3 bob.
3 and a tanner.
You bugs, you're learning the game fast. All right, I'll give you 3 and a tanner for it.
Well, the best customer I've had all day.
I'm the only customer you've had all day, you cheeky devil.
Hey, does your Anna you want any crockery? Cups, saucers, plates? Just you look at these lovely plates, Sarah. And they're that cheap and whole.
Aye, Bella Henny, she does need stuff, all sorts. But I've got tuppence halfpenny left in my purse.
Oh, she can pay herself. Here, you just take some things round for her to look at. Yeah? And she can come in later.
I would never have believed it. You could sell ice cream to an Eskimo. You can half put it over. Where do you learn to put it over?
Had lessons from a one-legged jockey.
Oh, Bella.
I sold her the clippy mat. 3 and a tanner. And she took some crockery with her and all.
Great.
Hey, I'm pleased about that clippy mat, but that's all profit.
Talking like a shopkeeper already.
Ah, had a way, Bill. It's beginning to make sense. It's just the first day.
One snag.
What's that?
You haven't got a clippy mat to sell tomorrow.
I've plenty of clippings cut ready. I'll fix you up the frame. You know who's getting married the day?
No.
Jack Ford.
Good riddance to bad rubbish.
All he's done for us, and that's all you can say.
I will not be beholden to a fornicator.
Tom.
That's better, aye?
How did you join the union?
Why, you're in a hurry, aren't you?
Well, my dad, he would have liked us. He was a lodge official, like.
Ah, but it's just your first day, though.
I don't even care. I want to be in a union.
Shall I run and get the lodge secretary for you?
Will you fix it for us at the end of this shift?
All right, Bonnie lad, all right. I'll get you the form to fill in.
Oh, Tom. That's all I wanted.
Right, lad. Back to work. Chasing us.
All right.
Take care now.
Drop.
He'll be out in a minute, that couple.
Takes about 10 minutes. Stop worrying. It'll be here before they're finished, you'll see.
What's keeping him? Maybe he's had an accident.
Look, anybody can be late, even for a wedding.
Anybody can have an accident. Even on their wedding day. Thank God.
Hello, love. The tram driver said he'd have it fixed in a couple of shakes. So I just sat. He was out there with his pole, jogging the trolley up and down, sparks flying everywhere. But now it happened, she wouldn't budge. Then I saw what time it was in the station clock, so I decided to get off and run. She was having kittens.
Hey, you speak for yourself. You should have seen him.
So you know how I made it? No. I stopped this fellow with horse and cart.
You didn't.
Aye, I did, rag and bone man.
Hey, Jack Ford, it's one of your stories.
No, it's as true as I'm sitting here.
Rag and bone man?
Aye, that's right. I stopped him and explained the situation, and he said hop on, so I hopped on and we galloped through the town like it was the Donkey Derby. I'll tell you one thing, though, it's a good job the cart was empty, or there'd have been vests and knickers scattered all down the high street.
Oh, you're home early, Pet. I thought... Tom, what's the matter?
That's it.
That's what? What's the matter, Tom?
That's the last time I go down that flaming pit.
Oh, what happened? Tell us, for heaven's sake. Oh, not the bairn you took down this morning.
Aye.
Oh, Lord have mercy. First day. This poor mother. You haven't got to tell her, have you?
They asked. I said yes. I thought I had to, seeing as I took him in, but I couldn't face it. So I went down to the school and asked our Jessie.
Oh, no, Tom.
Well, it was her who arranged it all. She knows his mum, it'll be easier for her. That's the finish for me. Same flaming pit. Same flaming district. First me dar and then that slip of a lad. No. If I'm going to take risks for the rest of my life, the risks are going to be worth taking.
What do you mean?
Never you mind, Pet. Never you mind.
Shut your eyes, Dolly. I've got a surprise for you.
Oh, what is it?
Shut your eyes and don't open them till I tell you.
All right, then. A good wife does as she's told, I suppose.
Aye, that's right. Right, well, Dolly. You can open them now.
Eee, what's that? A £5 note? Is it really a £5 note? I've never seen one before. Where'd you get it?
Aha.
Hey, you were skint a couple of days ago. Where did this come from?
It's a wedding present.
You want to see the colour of your money? Not often you see this colour, mine.
What's all that about?
Wait and see.
Who gave you the wedding present?
Now, that would be telling.
Is that for us?
Aye, I ordered it special yesterday.
Hey, I've never had champagne before.
Yeah, well, there's got to be a first time for everything. The only time I ever had it was pinched from the officer's mess.
But who gave you that fiver?
Why, it's obvious, man, Dolly. You got off the rag and bone, man.
As a matter of fact, I got it from a shopkeeper I did a favour for. She's a very good friend of mine.
Oh, I thought it might be a she.
And before you go leaping to the wrong conclusion, she is old enough to be my mother. And a real clever woman she is and all.
Enough chat. Time for a toast. Here's to Mr. and Mrs. Ford.
Should I go and see her?
I don't know. I really don't know.
Poor woman.
Well, I think you should go, Bella.
Please, Bill.
Dance to the daddy, sing to the mommy, dance to the daddy, to the mommy, sing. Thou shalt have a fishy on a little dishy, thou shalt have a fishy when the boat comes in. Thou shalt have a fishy on a little dishy, thou shalt have a haddock when the boat comes in. Thou shalt have a fishy on a little dishy, thou shalt have a bloater when the boat comes in. Thou shalt have a fishy on a little dishy, thou shalt have a mackerel when the boat comes in. Thou shalt have a fishy on a little dishy, thou shalt have a salmon when the boat comes in.